That's what I think is the key to coming back after you've been off for a while. Hey guys, I'm Mark McKilley with Live Anabolic, and my boss asked me to design a workout program for guys who've taken off for a while. And I started trying to think about it. I'm like, it's impossible. So I'm basically just going to give you some rough ideas of what you need to be thinking about when you're coming back from taking time off, because there's just too many variables. It's impossible for me to shoot a workout program for guys who've taken time off. Matter of fact, these are notes, all right? I spent a lot of time thinking about this. And guys, it depends on how long you've taken off and why did you take off. Did you have triple bypass surgery, or did you go to Hawaii for 2 weeks on vacation? All right, there's a big difference there. So I can't like develop a workout program for guys coming back from taking time off. So if you've only been off for say 2 weeks, and you know, like I said, if you've gone on vacation for 2 weeks, you can come back and go right back into your old workout program, no problem. You might cut back on the intensity and volume a little bit for the first 2 weeks. All right, but you don't have to. It wouldn't hurt you. The only difference is if you really start and try to, you know, pick up where you left off with the same intensity and volume, you're just going to be sore, but you're not going to hurt anything, okay? And so some guys like getting sore. It makes them feel like they're, you know, building muscle, and you are. You know, that soreness means you've torn down those muscle fibers, and then boom, they're going to rebuild bigger and faster and stronger. But guys, if you've been off, say for 3 months, because work got really busy and you just couldn't get into the gym, when you come back, you need to really dial it back. Just change your expectations. It's gonna take roughly 3 months to get back to where you were if you've been off for 3 months. And I'm not talking about being sick or injured or having surgery. I'm just talking you just quit working out for 3 months just because of life. And this happens to me, you know, every you know, once a year, maybe more. I just get so busy or just get sick of working out, I just quit working out for several weeks. But if you've been off for a long time, like 3 months, man, it's going to take you a long time to get back. And just set your expectations appropriately, all right? Don't get frustrated, because when you come back, you really need to reduce the volume and intensity of all your workouts. And matter of fact, I would even recommend when you come back, don't even start your old workouts again, especially if you were focusing on individual muscle groups. I would suggest you try doing full body workouts where you hit every muscle in your body, but just for a couple of sets and not real hard. That way your body kind of gets used to things without overstressing by, you know, focusing on chest really hard, you know, on Mondays and then legs really hard on Wednesdays. That's how I would do it. Now, let's say you've been off and it's not because you've just been busy for 3 months, but it's because you've had surgery or you've had a pretty serious injury that's prevented you from working out for 3 months. And that's even, you know, completely different from what I just described. Now you need to really work around your injury or surgery, all right? You know, did you get a knee replaced? Did you have shoulder surgery? I mean, there's just lots of little things going on here. Did you injure your back? All right, did you throw out a disc? You know, did you rupture a disc in your lower back? I mean, it just goes on and on. One of the things that happens to me on a regular basis, unfortunately, is I get tendonitis in my bicep, typically my left bicep. And sometimes it's not real bad tendonitis, and I just gotta like, oh my gosh, dial it back quick. Don't push it at all. Go much lighter weight, and when I'm doing a set, I need to stop way before I get close to failure. So if I dial back the weight, I might go 50% of my normal weight, which means instead of doing 10 reps, I could probably do 20, but I will still stop at 10 reps. All right, I have 10 in reserve. So I'm just starting to get a little fatigued and I'll stop. If I push that all right, bicep, to where I'm close to basically maximizing my effort, okay, or getting close to failure. I can't do any more reps. Man, that really aggravates my tendonitis. It makes it way, way worse. And it takes forever, at least for me, for tendonitis to heal. And that's what I hear from other guys too. So I just had an issue with my bicep tendon a year ago. And I knew it was bothering me, and I was using much lighter weight like I'm supposed to. And I went and worked out with my young buddy, this Marine guy. He's 30 years younger. I was visiting him in Florida, and, you know, I wanted to keep up. I didn't want to look like a total, girl, a total pussy in the gym. And I lifted too much weight with the dumbbell. And I pushed it just a little too hard. And I mean, man, it killed. I mean, I made it so much worse. I'm just now fully recovered 12 months later. Took a whole year. And so once I got back from that vacation and being an idiot, I basically went from, let's say I was lifting 35 or 40 pound dumbbells with curls, I went to doing 10 pounds. And that's kind of embarrassing, working out the gym with 10-pound dumbbells, all right? And I was just using real good form. And once again, I stopped my sets way before I got to failure. Because you can do a lot of reps with 10 pounds. Well, I would just do 10 reps with 10 pounds. And I would stop, give myself about 3 minutes rest, and do another set. I do, a bunch of lightweight, easy sets. And I had to do that for months before I graduated to 15-pound dumbbells. And then I did that for months before I went to 20-pound dumbbells. I mean, it literally took a year to get back to where I was. So every injury is different, and you're just going to have to use common sense and don't push it. Listen to your body. All right, guys, so there it is. It's impossible to shoot a video where I give you the perfect workout for guys who've been off for a while, all right? There's just way too many variables. Hopefully you got something out of this video. But the main thing is, guys, just be smart and listen to your body. And, nobody cares. I mean, I had to get over, doing 10-pound curls at the gym for months. I did 10 pounds. And then I had to do 15 pounds. I'm using those little silver dumbbells, matter of fact, It's really, really embarrassing. But set your expectations really low and just be patient. I mean, that's what I think is the key to coming back after you've been off for a while. Simple as that. And then, of course, you'll get it back. It just is going to take a little while, which means you got to stick with it and never give up on yourself.